Hello and welcome to All Around Annapolis. I'm your host, Rhonda Wardlaw. Did you know that in Anne Arundel County, heart disease is the second largest killer? And through this year alone, more than 325,000 people will die of cardiac arrest. I do have some good news with all that information, however. Annapolis Fire Department and EMTs have just received an amazing award from the state, basically saying that our save rate is quite high when it comes to cardiac arrest. Joining me now is Captain Robert Christian, and he is with the Annapolis Fire Department. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hard to talk about good news when you're talking about those kind of numbers, but let's talk a little bit about what we refer to as the save rate in Annapolis.
Yes, ma'am. So what it's based on is depending on how many people we're able to resuscitate from cardiac arrest.
Okay.
The figure that we have currently is about 27%. Throughout most of the state, they're actually the comparable rates probably in single digits. Oftentimes, many of the counties with the greater resources may be in the teens, but clearly we're doing pretty well.
Absolutely, and Fire Chief Stokes also applauded not only the response time, but also the fact that the outreach of the department teaching people CPR has been an amazing bit of help.
Yes, ma'am, and actually Annapolis Fire Department is one of the few organizations that's been able to continue their CPR program. Many of the organizations in the area have had to either cut back or terminate just because of the economy and due to the expenses. We charge a small fee, but it's the cheapest around, and it literally just pays for the basic expenses to be able to maintain the program and keep it going. And
you offer classes monthly? How often are these available?
Yeah, we offer classes monthly, depending on the need. There are times where they'll cancel them. There's times where we'll schedule more depending on what kind of response we get.
You know, and not only is Annapolis at this point being again recognized for the save rate, but you're also kind of leading an effort for the first time in the city of Annapolis about partnering with numerous organizations to create a large, what would you call it, summit, informational program?
We just call it we call it Save a Life Annapolis.
Works for me.
It's essentially we're doing a CPR day where we're going to try and bring out as many of the public as we possibly can to teach them basic CPR skills so they can take them home and be able to use them. We have a number of partners that have come on board. The biggest of which obviously would be Anne Arundel Medical Center has really gotten behind this, and we're really stoked about it, the relationship we've built up with them. We've also got Anne Arundel County Fire Department who's come on board. We've also got the Anne Arundel Community College, the Anne Arundel Health Department, and the Maryland Fire and Rescue Institute. So we have a lot of partners that have come together, and essentially all these organizations are donating their time and equipment to be able to train as many people as we possibly can.
When people show up, what will they expect? I mean, can I say, you know, I have a newborn and I'm really scared about that, and I can go over here and learn about newborn CPR versus I have an elderly grandmother living with me and I'm worried about that?
Well, what we've done is we've kind of broken it down because, you know, obviously it's difficult to learn all CPR at one time. So what we recommend is people kind of go through what we call a circuit, and the circuit would start off with an adult CPR and talks about child CPR, and then they move to infant CPR, and then they actually learn how to work an automatic external defibrillator, an AED, which is just a powerful tool that's saved a lot of lives. And most people are terrified about the thing just because of there's wires coming off it, and you've seen lots of footage on TV shows and movies of the things they
do. Poof.
Exactly. But the reality is that once you see one in action, how it works, you literally, my 6-year-old can operate it and has shown that he can. It's a matter of just pressing a button and following the instructions. And especially once you have an opportunity to try it out, you gain a lot more comfort with being able to use it when you actually need it. And that's essentially what this is all about, is to help people get comfortable so they can take action when they need to.
Tell me about where and when.
So the event is going to be on March 10th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be at the Health Sciences Pavilion, which is across the street from the hospital, 2000 Medical Parkway. You come in through the second or the first floor. They'll be registered, and we're also going to have a number of other partners and sponsors and vendors that will be located in that first floor. It'll be kind of like a health fair sort of thing.
Wonderful.
And then once you're registered, they'll send you upstairs to the adult CPR, and literally in probably about less than an hour, you'll have most of the information that you'll need to be able to take action if an emergency comes up.
And it is free?
It is free. There's no charge.
And that's amazing, because even though it's a minimal cost to take the class, this is free, so take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Talk to me also about limited numbers of space. Do people need to register for this?
Currently, we're planning on a maximum number of 600 people, so we do recommend that they register. If you go to the website on the screen, you'll be able to register. It'll take you straight to the Anne Arundel Medical Center's registration. They've done a really good job of laying this out, so it's easy just to sign up, and then you show up on the day.
Okay, so again, we want to make sure that we register at the website that we see on the screen, and then we want to show up where, again, and at what time?
You want to show up at 2000 Medical Parkway, the Health Sciences Pavilion. It's the brand new building that's right off of Jennifer Road.
Okay.
And you just come to the first or second floor, and there will be greeters there to show you exactly where to go.
It's amazing. Captain, thank you so much for being here. And again, we want to remind everyone that this is about you. The fire department, in partnership with various organizations, agencies, and groups throughout the city, county, and state, are coming together to allow you this information so that you'll never have to worry about being put in that situation and not being able to know what to do. So we appreciate that and the outreach efforts that you do, and please give my best to Fire Chief Stokes.
Will do.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
And that wraps it up for this edition of All Around Annapolis. Again, the address is on the screen to register, and we ask that you do take advantage of this amazing program. We'll look forward to seeing you somewhere around Annapolis. Until then, have a great day.